Kyle, since it's Tuesday, I realized yesterday something about teaching that I'd like to share with you. I was coming back from my 7th grade catechesis class, which I teach, and I realized that sometimes I just can't explain something correctly, and it just gets really confusing, and the class doesn't understand it, and I understand that they don't understand it because it doesn't, I mean, it makes sense to me, but I understand why it doesn't make sense to them. And I found out the reason is because I am no longer a 7th grader. And what I mean by that is that um, I'll think of what I'm going to say before class, but sometimes I'll use certain words that for that to me have all these other attachments to them because I'm 23 years old and I don't know that other people my age would also understand what I mean by this certain word or something, and so would you, but a 7th grader just hasn't developed that yet. And so I go into class without having thought of this, use the word, and then I realize that they don't have the same understanding as I do. So I need to go back and in class try to build up all these attachments to it to try to get them to understand the word in the way that I need them to understand it. And it just we just end up in this mire of attachments and other terms to try to get them to understand this, but it just doesn't work. And I think I came to realize that a large part, I think, of what separates a really good teacher to just an okay teacher is this ability to kind of bring one's students to an understanding of certain ideas or terms by giving them sufficient background information, but not too much, and doing it in a really kind of smooth and well-planned fashion, well thought out fashion, and something that makes a lot of sense. And I think that's what actually makes Dr. O'Regan who's was one of my professors here at Notre Dame, so good, is that he can do this so well. So there's that. In other news, I've been thinking lately about just kind of strange things that I end up looking up on Amazon. So first of all, of course, we've got all the books I always look up and kind of file away in my cart for when I next order books, and then I'll ship them all to my house. And then I just recently read Perks of Being a Wallflower, so I looked at watching the movie. Turns out you can't rent it, and it's not free, so I decided not to watch that, but I looked that up. Back when my hair was, I got a haircut. Back when it was really long, it was just driving me crazy, and I needed a comb, and I almost bought this comb, but then I didn't, and then shortly after I got a haircut, so I'm glad I didn't buy it. I somehow ended up looking at a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I think I just thought of this card that I had that was that I thought was really good a long time ago, and I thought, I wonder how much it costs on Amazon. It ended up only costing $3. And then all these other cards that are really good are $5, and I think it kind of ruins the whole, you buy a pack at Walmart and you open it up to see what cards you got, If you just buy my Amazon, what's the point? Anyway, I made my way to that, and finally, I think the best one, and this was, I didn't make this up, I really looked this up on Amazon and considered buying it, was a climbing ice pick, because I would look at this, there's this wall here, it's the sidewall of the stadium here, and I thought to myself, I can almost run up and grab the ledge and climb over that, but it's just a little too tall. If I just had something else, I could make it. And then I thought of the Walking Dead video game, where there's this character who has these 2 ice picks, and she climbs rooftops and stuff. These ice picks, so I said, that's what I need. I need an ice pick. So I looked up an ice pick. Turns out they cost $300. But I would have climbed it in this fashion. I would run up the wall and then grab it with ice pick. But anyway, maybe someday I'll buy myself an ice pick. But it'd be good to have if a zombie apocalypse comes about, I guess. But anyway, that's all I got for today. So, see ya.